MTT7. So this is about accidentals. If you remember in MTT2, we also did accidentals. So if you've forgotten all of that, you can have a look back at MTT2. So let's have a look. What is this all about? So we've got sharps, flats, and natural signs. So the sharp raises a note 1 semitone in pitch. It's always handy to have a look at the keyboard when you're doing this. So if you have a look back at MTT1, look at the keyboard there. So we've got, let's take an example. So if we look at F sharp, so F is here, putting a sharp in front of it will actually raise it a semitone to here. So that note there is F sharp. The flat actually lowers a note 1 semitone. So if we choose A flat, A is here, A flat is 1 lower, that's 1 to the left, okay, 1 semitone lower. And then the natural sign restores a note to its original pitch. So if it's had a flat or sharp on it, putting a natural will actually put it back to the normal note. Okay, so let's have a look at the examples they're giving. It says here, an accidental against a note affects every later appearance of that note at the same pitch in the bar. Okay, so if you see here, you come across, you've got a G, and then here we've got an F sharp. And then the next note is A, G, and then we've got an F, but this note is actually affected by this sharp as well. And that will affect every note, every F in that space until we get to a new bar. So here we go. So now G, and we need a sharp here for the F, F sharp, and then G, and that is also a sharp. Okay, so that's all good. Now we've got an example here which is wrong, which is the same notes, G, F sharp, A, G, and then they've got F sharp here again, and you don't need to put in that symbol. So that symbol there is wrong because we don't need it. We've already got one there and it affects all of them in that bar. And the same here, we've got that and we've done the F sharp again, which is wrong. So that's wrong and that's wrong. Okay, going down again, if the note F at a different pitch is to be sharpened, it must be shown by another sharp. So we've got a different F. We've got an F down here, goes up to G, and that's F sharp, G, B, D, and then we've got a different F sharp up here. And that's absolutely fine. You do need to add another sharp because it's not in the same space. It's not the same pitch. It's a different F. And then we have it again here because it's a new bar. But this one down here, it's not the same as that, so it must have its own sharp. Okay? So let's have a look at what we've got to do. Put a sharp before every note and name the notes. So the first note, we're in the treble clef, F, A, C, E, facing the space, F, A. That's an A. So what we need to do is add a sharp to this and make sure that the middle of the sharp symbol is in that space. And so that is, we said it was A sharp. Okay, so that's that one done. And you get 2 points for each of these. One for putting the sharp in the right place and one for naming it. So you can do that for all the others now. I don't need to help you with that. The next one, put a flat before every note and name the notes. So the first one, the flat's been done for you, but it's not named. So we can see it's treble clef again. It's in the line, so every green bus drives fast is a G. So G flat. Okay. And then you can go through and do that for all of those. All right, so that page is not too bad. Lots of points available for that page. Okay, let's have a look at the next page then. So what you've got to do, put a natural sign before every note and name the notes. Okay, so I'll do the first one. The natural looks like that. You can copy that. So this comes down here. You have that going up at an angle and then that coming down. And make sure that the middle of that is on here, okay? And then we name it. So we've got to name this one actually. So that is every green bus. That is a B natural. Now they haven't really given us space to write natural, so I'm just going to put B because that's the same thing. And this one, I'll do this for you. That's an E. Okay, so just put a natural in front of all of those and name the notes. Okay, and watch out for this bass clef. Okay, next one. write the required note. So we're doing the opposite now. So we've got an F sharp. Now there are two options here. We can have an F down here because of face in the space. So we can put an F there, and it's sharp, remember, so we need to put the sharp in. Or it could be up here, so I'm going to put an F up here as well. You don't need to do both, but just do one or the other, okay, because there's an F up there. Every green bus drives fast. That's a higher F. Okay, so you can go through and put in the right symbols. That's a B flat, so you need a flat symbol. Natural symbols as well, okay. Finally, the last, oh no, we're not, this isn't the last question yet, I don't think. We've got another side. But so question 5, name the numbered notes. So we've got number 1, E flat, they've done that for you. So where's number 2? There's number 2. So what is that note? It's bass clef. So every green bus, that's a B, and it's got a flat symbol on it. So that's B flat, okay? And then you can go through and do all of those. 3, 4, 5. Watch out if there are any flats or sharps before that in the bar, because they will still count, won't they? Okay. That's all the same. All right. So there's 4 on there, 5, 5. And turning over the last page, it's quite a long one, this, isn't it? Cancelling accidentals. So we know how to cancel them, don't we? We use the natural sign. An accidental lasts until the end of the bar. So in this bar, we've got a B flat and then a C, and then this B is also B flat because this one continues and counts for that. So to change the note back to a normal B, B natural, a natural sign is added. So here we've got the B flat, but here we want a normal B. The composer decided to change to a normal B, so we need to put a natural sign to cancel it. Here we, what's going on here? Why do we need that? Well, we've got a flat here, and we haven't looked at this yet, but we've got a flat in what's called the key signature, and that's come at the beginning, and that tells us that all of the B's in the whole piece should be flat, every B, not just the B's on this line, but every single B. So they wanted this is B flat because of that, but we need a natural sign to cancel that out, okay? Other examples here, we've got another key signature here. So F sharp on all the Fs. We know it's, by the way, we know that's B flat because every green bus, it's on the B line. And we know this is F sharp because every green bus drives fast, okay? So that means every F in the piece should be sharp. So we come along, number 1, F sharp, okay, because of that. Number 2, it's got a natural sign, so it's an F natural, normal F. And we come along. Now 3 is an F natural because the one before it was natural. Remember, all accidentals, they count for everything in the bar. Number 4 has a sharp on it, so it's F sharp, okay? So let's have a look at this. Before each of the notes marked with a star, add an accidental required to cancel the previous accidental. So add a sharp, flat, or natural to cancel the previous one. So we've got a star here on this B, and we need to look out for this key signature here because we've got a B flat, we've also got an E flat and an A flat. So there are 3 flats in the whole piece. So they've put a natural sign there. There's an accidental on this B, so you can see that's going to affect this, isn't it? So what does it say we've got to do? Before each of the notes marked with that, add an accidental to cancel out the previous accidental. So the previous accidental to this is that one. So we need to cancel that. If you look at the key signature, it's B flat. So we want to take that back to B flat, don't we, to cancel that. So we need to put a flat on it. So take it back to what it originally was supposed to be, which is flat, okay? I'll do one more for you. So let's go across to E, why not? So, well actually let's do one with another key signature. So that's this one as well. So we've got here F, this is the star, F, A, C. So what's happened to the C previously? Let's see if there are any accidentals on it. Yeah, right at the start there's an F sharp. So to cancel that out, cancel a sharp, we need to put a natural on it to cancel that out. Okay, good.